It makes it easy.
The show can't start until we crack open a bottle of Revelton. Whether it's their crisp, clean vodka, the bold spice of their rye whiskey, the rich smoothness of bourbon, or the original honey whiskey that started it all, every pour is a taste of craft and passion straight from the heart of Iowa. So pour yourself a drink, settle in, and get ready to relax, laugh, and enjoy the show.
Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
Red and gold on the edge of the sky, feel the rumble, hear the battle cry. Out in Ames where the storms ignite, we don't back down, we rise and fight. Jack Trice's name, yeah, it echoes strong. A story of honor still marches on. Through the rain, through the pain, through the fire we roar, 'cause we were built to thrive in the eye of the storm. Feel the ground shake, hear the crowd roar. Cyclone power, can't take no more. Legends rise, this is our norm. We stand tall in the sigh of the storm. There's a cyclone blowing on the outskirts tonight. Jack Trice shakes when the team takes flight. Buildings rocking, hear the magic call. We rise together, we'll never fall. Feel the magic you can't deny. Rocket stars are taking off straight to the sky. Red, big play, Kirby making history. When the moment gets tough, that's a cyclone wave. Through the trenches, through the lane, through the heat, through the rain. When the storm comes blowing, we embrace the fight. 'Cause the cyclones strike when the time is right. Feel the cyclones strike when the time.
All right, welcome back to the Side of the Storm, where we talk all things Cyclones. We are live from the AKC Marketing Studio, and we are on location with Game Day and the 1858 fan club, who is here to do a little pregame celebration for the Iowa State Cyclones, who are getting ready to take on the TCU Horned Frogs down in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm Dave Larson, here with my Storm team partner and Cyclone great, Mr. Vintage Brent Curvey, and we also have the legend Marcus Weisbrod. How are you guys today? Marcus, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Well, you look good. This is a lot of fun for us to be on location. Brent, you were just like down the road, so this really works out well for you.
Well, minus the snow. It used to be dry, but
Yep.
not too bad.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow. It's colder. In fact, it's going to be a cold one today, but it's going to be warm down in Fort Worth. Temperatures of 80 degrees forecasted, and saw that the release was put out in terms of who's going to play, who's not going to play. Dominic Orange appears to be a game time decision, so 50-50. Tomotoa McDonald is also 50-50 chance to play today. And more importantly, which I found fascinating, Ben Bramer looks like he's going to play today. Give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good sign. The defense is where we kind of need the most help, in my opinion. Well, not the most help, but we definitely need a lot of help.
I would tend to agree. But before we get going too deep into this, we have with us today Dave Critchlow, who is president of the 1858 fan club, who's here. And tell us a little bit more about today's activities and what you're hoping to accomplish.
Today, here at Game Day, we're going to be having a game watch, kind of watching Iowa State and rooting them on. We'll have some auction items going on, and some raffle giveaways throughout the game. And we do several different events like this each year. Right now, we're doing our game watch for football. We'll have another one in the spring for basketball. We just wrapped up earlier this year a golf tournament, golf outing, the 1858 Fan Club Golf Outing, where we raised money for philanthropy for the year, which is MS Moments.
And there's quite a few people here.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. I'm happy to see quite quite a lot of Cyclone fans. So.
And I'm glad that you're able to take. So we have our show sponsors, of course, Boutique or JJ's Boutique up here in Johnston, and then Revelton Distilling Company out of Osceola, Iowa. And I was glad to see that they are serving Revelton. I've got my mixture here of mulberry gin and Sprite, which is my favorite, and Brent has his drink here as well.
It's a little bit of Revelton honey and Sprite. Should be a splash of Sprite, but this is a little more than splash. We'll be
That's good. So we certainly appreciate that. So what kind of door prizes can we expect in it looks like there's a little bit of room here. We could probably accommodate a few more people, but quite the crowd already building up for anticipation of the game.
Yeah, we'll have some T-shirts to give away, some sweatshirts, and a couple of mugs. We'll also have some option items such as that they can bid on online through 32 auctions, which we have a QR code over at our table.
And if anyone's interested in joining the fan club, what's the best way to do that?
You can follow us on our social media. We are at 1858 Fan Club on Facebook, as well as Twitter and Instagram.
Sounds good. Well, again, thank you for joining us, Dave. It's good to meet you officially. I know I've seen you on social medias before, so thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you as well.
So Brent and Marcus, again, kind of the news coming out of today. Ben Bramer, it looks like he is going to play today. We're still waiting for a final determination on the defensive side. As you said, Brent, we're going to be missing Dom Orange and Tamatoa and McDonald. That's going to have a huge impact on the interior line for the Cyclones.
Yeah. That definitely hurts. Anytime you get two of your mainstays up front out, two big-time starters, man. We've just been plagued with injuries, and up front is the worst place to lose and head to the end of the season.
And now we're missing 6 total starters because it was announced earlier in the week that Jameson Patton, local kid, not from very far away, went to Roosevelt and then to Ankeny, is going to be out for this game as well. So now we're down 6 defensive starters.
Tell it, man. It's a tough way the cookie crumbles, man. There's not much you can do about it because football is one of those games you're 100% guaranteed some sort of injury. I just hope it's not this devastating to your team.
Now, Marcus, remember that you probably listened to the earlier season prognosis that Brett and I laid out. This was a game that I was really nervous about going into the game way at the beginning of the season because they've got a dynamic quarterback in Josh Hoover, who is a team thrower in the NCAA. He's also, I think, number 2 passer in the Big 12 standings. Throws for a ton. What's your insight and thoughts on this game as we are just about 35 minutes from kickoff?
Man, it's a scary one, without a doubt. I mean, to have this many injuries and then to add on a few more injuries now, to be in a hostile environment down there, facing any of those Texas teams is always a tall task. It's always a tall task. So, we're going to do our best for sure. Go out there, put our best foot forward, and, see if we can come out with a victory.
It's interesting that I looked at the kicking game. If there's any maybe Achilles heel for this Texas TCU team, they've only kicked 8 or attempted 8 field goals all season long, which I found rather peculiar. Now, they score a lot of touchdowns, so maybe they don't need to necessarily kick field goals. But, Brent, share with us, the dynamics of defensively what we're going to have to do to slow down this TCU offense.
Man, the reality is you have to turn a team one-dimensional. It's always tough to do that if you're down so many guys, but you got to find some sort of way to make them a one-happy team or a pass-happy team. I think in a perfect world, we want them to be a pass-happy team. So we can, disguise coverages and make them throw some bad balls and things like that. But today it's just going to be one of those. You got to grind it out and find a way type of days.
Now, TCU is coming off of a couple of wins. They beat Kansas State, an improving Kansas State team, a few weeks ago. They've also they've lost to Arizona State. So if we want to do some comparables there, more recently they've beaten Baylor in West Virginia. The Baylor game was a rather high-scoring game. They are coming off of this bye, which, I'm not a big fan of bye weeks and facing teams coming off of a bye. Now, next week is a third bye week for us before we get to play Kansas, and
Yep.
you're very familiar with that Kansas team. This is really the meat and potatoes of the TCU schedule. So they play us, then they follow up with BYU, who's playing now against Texas Tech in what we thought was going to be a little bit of a tougher game. But Texas Tech looks to be in control of that game. And then they come back and they play Houston and finish up against Cincinnati. So they really have a lot to play for. What's their psyche coming into this game for TCU, knowing that they're 6-2? A lot of the teams that they need to beat are still on their schedule in order for them to carve a path to get to the Big 12 championship game.
I mean, the reality is you got to take it 1 week at a time, but they're trying to focus on getting a dub, right? So I think it's any team that's 6-2 or what have you, either you have a chance to play in the Big 12 or not, you're still going to play in a good bowl game if you can't get there in the playoff and such. So the reality is you still got to keep striking.
Now, I love hearing stories from you and from Marcus about going on the road. Hey, Marcus, I want to pull you in on that. Do you think that playing down in Dallas on a day like today, where the direction of the team has really been going in the wrong way, 4 straight losses, now get a chance maybe to regroup, go down? Seems like Matt Campbell teams have always found a way to win games that maybe you thought that they weren't going to win. We can look back to that game down in down in Oklahoma in 2017, where the Cyclones pulled out a miracle, beating Oklahoma under a little-known quarterback named Kyle Kemp. What does it say about the psyche of a team to go on the road? Is this that chance for the Cyclones to sort of regroup and fix things?
Well, that's definitely what we're hoping for. Every time you say, losing 4 in a row, I don't think that really registers in my mind because, you don't think about that. I mean, we started off well, and then unfortunately we have lost 4 in a row. And, if we don't put out, a good game plan and play extremely well and win this one, is going to be 5 in a row. So that's a tough, hill to climb. I know, we're dealing with a lot of different issues and stuff that's going on both sides of the ball, particularly on the defensive side. But true to form of what this program has been about, for me going on the road, it was always, a chiller environment for me because it wasn't, the pressure of the home fans and things of that nature. So it was a program or a bunch of college students that that knew nothing about me and that I didn't personally know any of them. So I always performed a little bit better on the road, I felt, so hopefully we could do the same thing today in the short period of time. And, hopefully I'm not sitting on my couch, trying to search for my blood pressure pills and things like that. Because, man, we really need this one bad.
Well, and we talked a little bit last week about maybe changing up the uniform combinations, and apparently we're going to get our wish. So Cyclone equipment, and specifically, I want to point this out. This is from the Cyclone uniform tracker on Twitter that I pulled this from, but it looks like we're going to come out with the yellow pants. I think that's a pretty decent look, Brent. What do you think?
It's a good look. It's a good look. I mean, you did, kind of predict this, which is cool, man. The reality is, I don't care what we wear. I just really want a dub. So however we figure it out, I'm glad we're not all white. I like the little color breakup, but yeah, we just need a dub.
Have you ever wondered what you would have looked like in a jersey like that with the yellow pants?
I can honestly say I have.
Well, I want to show you.
I love the yellow.
So,
wow.
Brent, what do you think? Is this a good look?
I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's all right.
This is a Brent Curvey special.
That's not bad.
Well,
I don't know yet.
It's kind of like being in a car. I mean, you see the color from the outside, but once you're on the inside and you're the engine that's pushing it, like it really don't matter what it looks like on the outside. The color stuff. It's gonna get dirty anyways.
That's it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's not a bad look, though. That's not a bad look.
That's a bad look. Now, Marcus, I didn't want to leave you out. So
I've actually been in yellow, so it wasn't this team's. This was my sophomore year. So that freshman year, after that freshman year, I don't know what Gator did with those jerseys, but I appreciate it, Gate. Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
All right. So, question for both of you guys. Answer the question. And Brent, we'll start with you. A win today at TCU means what?
A win today on the road at TCU. I don't know what what the point spread is, but I'm sure we're pretty big underdogs. I mean, that just speaks to our resilience and our character as a program, being out so many guys, finding a way to get it done there. That means we can finish out the way we want to.
Marcus, how about you? A win today at TCU means what?
I think it propels our confidence, to being back on track of some of the aspirations and hopes that we had for this season. We know we fell off the tracks a little bit, understandably why, but we still are a dynamic program, still have a dynamic coaching staff, and I think the pride of the guys today is going to go out and show their best. So I think it's going to propel us, to be back on the right track.
And Brent, you sort of alluded to this last week in that this one game really will probably have a significant impact on the next two.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I said I wanted to win 2 of the last 3. So the reality is you got to get the first one, though, right? So it's always better to get that first one right away instead of losing it. Now you got to win out those last 2. But I think this one speaks a lot to, what we can do and how we can finish up. Winning on the road is huge. It's hard to beat anybody in their home stadium. So we can find a way to bounce back with all the injuries and all the setbacks, and that speaks volumes to our program and what we can accomplish to finish the year out.
All right. So, Marcus, predictions. Do you have a score prediction for today?
Oh my gosh. Here we go with those. Well, considering, Texas Tech is beating BYU 26-7. I'm gonna go with of course I'm gonna go with the win. So I'm gonna say we're gonna beat them 17-14.
Ooh, so you're predicting a really tight close game. Low scoring.
Real tight, close game. Because we're going to have to stop somebody in order to, get this victory. And we know what we're dealing with on the defensive side. You don't want to get into a shootout with this kind of quarterback and this kind of environment and that weather. We're going to have to stop some people. So we get some stops and, ease it out. Cal come out there and kick a field goal and we walk off.
So are you predicting a really low scoring game because we're going to hold the ball and just run it the entire game? Or
I don't care how we
playing out.
It's this point of the season where I don't care how the wins come. If you're able to stall as much as possible and put the points on the board when it's time. I remember when I was in high school back in Louisiana, there's no shot clock, so we had a good team and things like that. And so I remember one game we missed off the tip or whatever, and they scored. And then we missed coming down again, and they literally brought the ball across half court and tried to hold the ball for the whole first quarter. And my coach wasn't gonna press them or anything like that. He was like, after they held the ball for like 5 minutes straight, he was like, go ahead and get them. They had a game plan to try to have 4 points and beat us. And if that would have worked for them, then, more power to them. The object of the game is to have more points than their opponent. And if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do.
So how did that game finish out?
Oh, I think they probably scored 10 the rest of the game.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like it worked very well.
It didn't work out well for them at all. I think I had 20 dunks that game.
Yeah. Right, what's your thoughts for the game?
I think I'm gonna go opposite Marcus this one and go 38-35.
High scoring.
I just, with all of those issues, not issues, but bodies down on defense means new guys stepping in, plays breaking. It just is what it is. So I just think our offense takes off today. We're really aggressive, so I think we score more than they do. But I think it'll be a high scoring game.
I'm like you. I wrote down 42-31. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring. I don't think we're going to see much defense. I'm like you. I think our offense really takes off, but I have concerns on the defensive side, and TCU is a really good offense.
Yeah.
And that really scares me a lot. Watching them go up and down, we're down so many guys. Just like last year, this is duplication of last year where we just got beat up on the linebacking core playing third and fourth string.
Yep.
Now our defensive backfield's just gone.
Same thing, yeah. And that's the scary part when you're dealing with this type of speed down there at TCU. So that's why I said I anticipate some scores. We just have to be ultra aggressive, and I think Mauser knows that. I think that's what he's going to do too. He's super aggressive. Make sure the guys come out to play. The weather should be way better than it is up here. So I'd imagine fresh legs and guys are flying down the field. So take shots.
When you're playing, like, did you want to go someplace warm when the weather turned like it is today? So Brent, Marcus, you're not here, but we're about 30 degrees. It's spitting. It's cold.
I saw the snow.
It's raw.
My good friend Erica Thielen, she sent me from Fort Dodge. Or Ankeny. I forget exactly where they at, but she sent me like a Snapchat of the snow. I was like, nah. And I sent her a screenshot of it's going to be 80, 82, 83 today. And she said, well, I like this weather until January. Yeah, and I said, I like my weather throughout January. So you can have that.
So as a player, though, I mean, did you look forward to these trips where you get a chance first to go home, right? Because Texas is home for you. To be able to go home, play in front of family and friends, did that little bit of extra juice to be able to play in warmer weather and get out of Iowa for a while?
I mean, for me, yeah. Like I would always get up for the Texas game just because, out of high school too, I wasn't heavily recruited by a lot of them. So, my antennas went way up. Baylor, Texas A&M, all of those guys. Like I get super geeked because I know I get to play you and now you got to deal with me. But, honestly, I preferred playing guys here when the weather is like this from the South. They weren't ready for it, right? So we all come out, we don't have sleeves on. We just got gloves on, whatever. And they're all bundled up. And, I mean, that changes things. Mentally, you're like, these dudes is crazy. But on the other side of it, it's like, you're not ready for this cold. So when I hit you a couple times, it's going to make you think twice. How you run the ball, how you carry the ball, and things like that. So just a mental game of it. I'd love to play guys up here from the South. But, of course, I've always got up for games down South. When family might show up, stuff like that. So, I mean, those are always big games for me.
All right. Hey, I totally forgot. We need to take a quick break. Here, a word from our sponsors. We'll come back on the other side and we'll finish up some Cyclone talk. So we'll be right back.
Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa born, Iowa aged, Iowa bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com.
Gentlemen, let's be honest. Finding the perfect gift for your wife or girlfriend isn't always easy. You want something thoughtful, stylish, and unique. And that's exactly what you'll find at Styled by JJ Boutique. Julia Bradshaw and her team strive to be your go-to boutique for casual, boho, and chic clothing and accessories, helping women elevate their style one piece at a time. Located right here in Johnston, Iowa, Styled by JJ brings trendy, high-quality fashion that boosts confidence without breaking the bank. So, if you're looking for a gift that says, I get you, instead of I tried, head to Styled by JJ Boutique. Because nothing makes her smile like feeling beautiful. Styled by JJ Boutique, where style meets confidence. Visit our Johnston location or shop online at styledbyjjboutique.com.
Whether
All right,
you're fueling up for a
Are we on commercial? Or are we? All right, we are not in commercial now. I think we were going to go and talk a little bit about Coach's Kolaches, though. So,
okay, I'll take that.
what specials do you have going on right now with Coaches?
Specials. I guess no specials. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving, so we got our
You got barbecue deal coming
Yep.
up, right?
Yep. So we got dinner rolls coming up for Thanksgiving. Then I got a lot of barbecue. We got meat specials on smoking whole briskets, turkeys, ribs, pulled pork, whatever it is. Got all the sides.
Man.
Check us out on the social media there, Coach's Kolaches. You can see the full menu there for pricing. And yeah, hit me up. I love smoking in the wintertime.
Especially when it's snowing and raining, because you're just out back smoking, right?
Yep.
All right. Hey, before we go, Marcus, have you had a chance to catch any of these men's games that are coming that have been? We're now 2 games in. We beat Fairleigh Dickinson pretty handily, and then defeated Grambling on Thursday night. Scored 102 points. That's a ton.
I don't know. During the first quarter, Marcus was pretty nervous in the group chat.
That's right.
It was weird. It was weird seeing Grambling be so close to us. I got a lot of family members who went to Grambling State University. You know, it's 5 to 7 miles away from my hometown. So, you know, they were telling me, man, I would have loved to have gone to that game. And I was like, man, we finna beat y'all probably by 100. I'm not watching that game. I'm watching the NFL. So no, I did not. And then the NFL games was just as bad watching, you know, the Raiders. You know, it was just a bad Thursday night of sports. I was just checking the scores from then on, but I'm glad we pulled that one out.
And ESPN's not making it any easier. If you've got YouTube TV, this is just getting out of hand here. So sick. I've got alternative ways, as I'm sure many of us do, to watch the games, but it's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and then it starts to get expensive because you got to get all these different streaming options and things like that. And it's, you know, then way out here, so many things will be blacked out that it's like you can see it, but it won't play. So it's ridiculous. I'll wait until we have some more stiffer competition.
And Taman looks good. So he returned. I think we're all a little bit surprised to see him come back and play in that third game. Yeah. He looked great. I think he had like 18 points in his return. And Momchilovich had, 7 threes and 29 points?
Yeah, I was really surprised to see Taman. I was surprised to see Taman come back, you know, at least against a team like that. But I'm sure that they, you know, assessed him and everything, and he was ready to go. I was a little nervous, though, when I did see his name in the box scores. So I was like, well, you know, maybe he's ready and everything like that, and everything works out. So, you know, we can learn a little bit from these last couple games. But like I said, I'm definitely excited about, you know, what the season is going to be about. I watched the Kansas and UNC game last night. You know, to start really getting back into it. It's coming along the time where, you know, you got so many different sports and stuff that's going on right now. It's just hard to try to figure out what to watch. But, you know, it's a fun time of year.
Well, North Carolina and Kansas, or North Carolina and who did they play the other night?
Kansas,
yeah.
Kansas, yeah.
So you know it's in full force when you're seeing those teams play each other.
Right. It was an entertaining game. You know, but you know, UNC pulled that one out, which, you know, being at home, I figured they were going to pull that one out.
And Joshua Jefferson looks good in the number 5. Huh? What do you think about that?
I haven't seen him yet. I hadn't seen him yet. I hadn't watched any of the games, but I've watched him playing number 5 since, you know, he was pretty much in junior high. So, you know, I know what he looks like in 5. I just need him to keep up the heritage of that number.
He's doing you proud, Mr. Pfizer. Women's basketball, they started the season 2-0. I found it ironic. I'm sure we've all seen it on social media, but they played in that special 11 a.m. game on Monday where all these elementary and junior high kids show up. And Jaden Williams hit a shot. Iowa State scored 67 points, and the kids are going nuts. 6-7, 6-7. It's just, it's crazy. I think it's something we're probably going to have to get used to every time we go to a game to see if any team hits 67 points.
Yeah, I think
it's going to fade fast.
The parents got to start doing the 6-7 so kids think it's, you know, it's kind of old and lame.
Uncool now, not uncool. Right.
until that, they're going to keep. It's terrible. It's so annoying.
And another Iowa State news, if we haven't seen it, but Monte Morris officially signs with the Pacers. Mac McClung, the GOAT of the dunk contest, the NBA dunk contest, was released. Apparently, he was signed to a 3-year deal that was non-guaranteed. Played a couple games, and then they released him and signed Monte Morris. So he continues the heritage of Iowa State point guards to now play, or Iowa State players to now play for the Pacers. I think he's number 6 after Fred,
Jamal.
Fred Monte now.
What George was there? What Yang there?
Yeah, Yang was there. We got, of course, Halliburton. Missing a couple. So some
You
good
didn't
news.
say Tinsley?
Jamal Tinsley, duh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Leave it up to Marcus to remind us of that one.
Yeah.
And so the women's basketball, again, have been looking good. They play tomorrow at 1 o'clock against Sacred Heart. So if you can make it up to Ames, weather conditions are supposed to be dry for us. So I think that's it. Any closing thoughts as we wrap up this week's episode of The Side of the Storm? And,
Man, we need a dub, man.
We do.
We need a dub. Big dub.
Man.
We need it.
Need a
But all
dub
you
real
do on your
bad.
TVs and do whatever you do, just throw it at the TV so they catch it.
32-30. That's the score. Iowa State.
32-30.
I'll take it's 3-0, 2-0, as long as we win. So. All right, that's been another episode of The Side of the Storm. Hey, we want to thank the 1858 Fan Club for allowing us to be here along with Game Day. If you've not been out here, it's out at Merle Mall, and they've got a gaming area so you can drop off the kids and say, go watch games or go play with games, arcade games, bowling games. And then for the adults, there's food and there's beverages. There's a whole host of television screens to watch the Cyclones on. Or if you're one of those that don't have YouTube TV because of or aren't able to watch NFL games because of YouTube TV on Thursday nights or on Monday nights, this is a good place to come to. So thanks to Game Day for allowing us to be here on site. And again, thank you to our sponsors. Without this would not be possible. Revelton Distilling Company, of course, Boutique by JJ's
Julia.
Boutique.
Julie's
Style
out there
by
somewhere.
She is here.
Julie's out there.
We're going to have to bring her out here. So
She's going to style me up. She's going to make me look better.
and of course, our mobile studio, Andrew Downs and AKC Marketing, that allows us to be here to be able to transport them here on site. So thanks everyone for joining us. And this is it. Let's go Cyclones.
Go Cyclone.
State, baby.
There's a cyclone brewing on the outskirts tonight. Jack Track shakes when the team takes flight. Hilton's rocking, hear the magic call. We rise together, we'll never fall. There's a cyclone brewing on the outskirts tonight. Jack Track shakes when the team takes flight.